Yo, gang, hello, happy Saturday. Uh Heroes Con homies who are not at Heroes Con, right? Like friends who are not at Heroes Con, I'm assuming is who I'm gonna get in my chat this morning because Heroes Con has a ton of the community at it. I just keep seeing live stream after video after photo on Instagram. It sounds like the Heroes Con thing is it's bumping, it's exciting, and it sounds like it's going really, really well. I, on the other hand, am just struggling with, you know, life right now, and it's just me, and it's JP, and we're hanging out, and it's Saturday. Um, my goal today. I set a task to myself. This is not a. Uh, it may not be the most entertaining live stream I've ever done. My goal is to somewhat reorganize a chunk of my X-Men collection this morning. So I've got boxes all around me. It's a little bit wild, and I'm just trying to get a handle on some things because I got some comics to ship out, including to this guy. And I want to make sure I've spotted all my doubles, my duplicates, the things that I can part with, and make some good choices about this problem. But let's say hello to some friends hanging out. We got Brother John in the chat. He is in Heroes Con. So, yes, I've seen photos. I've seen a lot of interactions going on there in North Carolina. It sounds incredible. Charlottesville didn't know what it was getting. So it sounds incredible. We got Wellbore in the chat. He just says con. Is he calling me a criminal convict of some kind? Or is he at the con? Maybe he is at Heroes Con as well. Doug Lopez says going to Kansas next year. Okay. All right. Is there a good convention in Kansas I didn't know about? All right. And JP's excited about it. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in Kansas. Now I feel like I'm missing out on some information. So as I said, the main goal is reorganization, but there are 2 or 3 secondary goals in this task that I set myself for this morning. I want to choose some books for the cover art challenges happening in June because there's some really fun ones going on. And I tend to take all the photos I need for the next week at one time and then just post them through the week. So I've got to do my next round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to probably do almost all the remaining ones because there's only, 10 more to go. So I probably need to do all of them. So I gotta pull books for certain characters. And then lastly, I'm organizing stuff for the giveaways that are going out this hopefully next week. I've got JP won a prize. I know Bobby De La Ghetto won a prize from me. Candace won a prize from me. So I got a handful of prizes to organize, and I like to make the boxes as thick as possible with as many things in them as possible. So I got to pack them in nice and tight. So those are my goals. Those are my tasks. Better organization, books for pictures, giveaways. Those are my goals. But let's see what everybody else is talking about. I'll get right on that. We got Gore Vidal in the chat. Good morning, Gore. Happy Saturday to you. Oh, you want to see Beckerman and the KC crew? All right. Makes sense. I get it. There's some good people out that way. I'm not at Heroes Con. Yeah, I know. Lots of people are. But you are not, and I am not, and that's why you're here, because this is a safe space, right? For the green-eyed monster, the jealousy that we're all dealing with. All right, so let's talk about these boxes. I am surrounded by a ton. It's mostly the Hickman era, more modern stuff, but it still takes up a large portion of my collection. I just recently got this short box, the Emma Frost Wolverine, and Storm is on the other side. So if I pull it over a little bit, there she is. This is using the David Nakayama cover for her new White Queen book that's coming soon, I guess, or maybe it just came out. But I like the artwork enough, of course. And it had Storm and Wolverine as well as Emma. So I thought, you know what, I'm getting one of these. So I've started filling this with the Storm-related Hickman era stuff. And then a few other Storm oddities. This is kind of going to become a Storm box for me for the time being. But the problem is, I don't know that I can fit everything I want in it. So I got to be kind of picky about that. Over here, I got a decorative Hickman era short box that has the the Last Supper sequence. So this is the lid for it, but it's another Hickman era box that I've got going down here. And then I've got an X23 box, which just really has a giant X and then some slash marks on the cover. And that has Hickman era stuff in it. And then I've got a regular BCW kind of box over here that's got Hickman era. So in the end, I think I have in my collection, my estimations are right, 4 Hickman era and slightly beyond short boxes of stuff. I also have a new short box that's stuff that I got through, White Tiger Ruben Guzman that has Hickman era and uncanny stuff that he gave me in there. So that one I still have not absorbed into the collection, but I've earmarked it as, if there's stuff in there that I need to file in, I'm going to use that as well. So that's my goal. That's what I'm going on here for today. Tagged you on IG. You hit me. Oh, no. Good. Hopefully some good X-Men stuff dropping over there. I'll have to check that out when I'm done. Warlord is in the chat. What's going on, Warlord? It was a fun looking short box, and I tend to try to collect some if I can theme them, right? I got the Batman, the Daredevil. What's going on over here? Avengers with the Jane Foster, and then the Secret Wars. I've got a Miles Morales one down there. So I think that's most all of them. I think I might have 2. I got a Black Panther one down the hall, and I got one. Oh, a Spider-Gwen. I was gifted the Spider-Gwen one, I think, at some point. So I've got it's the ASM 300 homage with Spider-Gwen. So yeah, I've got a few decorative short boxes. I don't collect a ton of them. I tend to prefer plastic over paper. The cardboard stuff tends to just have a shorter life, and I prefer the plastic. So it's just been the way I go. The Bueller's Old Connect, had these plasticky ones that I've probably got most of my collection in those sorts. Did I just bang my finger? Yeah, I'm gonna be okay, gang. But I don't think I'll need a band-aid. I'll be all right. But if I get blood on everything this morning, now you know why. So let's start. Let's start with some of the Storm stuff I'm going to be looking through. As far as characters, I posted my Jubilee post today, and I took all my Emma Frost pictures last time. I still am looking for Psylocke. Oh, did I do Rogue? I may have just stumbled upon my favorite Rogue pictures last weekend, so I may have done those as well. Yes, I got Rogue done. Oh, and I got Psylocke done. So I don't need Rogue or Psylocke, so that checks them off of my list. Mark these off or I'm going to get confused. Jubilee done, Emma done, Psylocke done, Rogue done, Gambit. I'm going to need to look for some Gambit covers as I'm going through here. I don't think I have a ton of those, so I may have to dive into the older, the Claremont era stuff for that. Mystique. I think I did the Mystique set. Yes, Mystique is done. Magic. I don't have anything pulled for Magic. Dark Phoenix. And of course, Storm. Now, the Storm one's going to be tricky because it's just so massive. I'm going to have to get creative. I may wait to do that one till next weekend. But if I've got this short box organized the way I want, it'll make it a lot easier. So that's my plan there. And I did not discuss the 26th. And Terry, you're not in the chat here, Terry, but you may join later, or you may watch this on the replay. But here's where I'm calling you out. Number 26. On his June X-Men cover challenge, he's got a character I'm not a huge fan of. Nothing against. Obviously, a part of Wolverine and Deadpool just this last year. A part of the Morrison run, but you picked Cassandra Nova, and here's my problem. I'm trying to pace myself here, Terry. Number one, there's a lot of choices out there. A ton of options. You have a lot of good choices to choose from. You're never going to run out of choices. 30 days in June means you have it's the cream of the crop, right? She ain't it. Cassandra Nova is not it. Second, you've got Jean Grey on this list twice, my guy. And I'm not pleased with that choice. You got a Jean Grey at the top of the list. I think she appears at number 3 or something like that. But you got Dark Phoenix at 29. So you got Jean Grey twice. I'm just going to call that out. I'm going to say shenanigans. So you use Jean Grey twice, and you used Cassandra Nova. And let's talk about the big omission, because I am replacing, here's my pen, I'm replacing Cassandra Nova. I'm refusing, partly because I don't know that I have any good covers with Cassandra Nova, because who does? I'm replacing Cassandra Nova with the biggest mistake on your list, which is Zero Nightcrawler, my guy. I'm just saying, he deserves a spot. He deserves a spot. I don't know how Cassandra Nova snuck in there. Maybe you just watched the Deadpool and Wolverine movie. Maybe you just read the Grant Morrison run. I don't know. But Nightcrawler left off of the list is a problem for me. So I'm going with Nightcrawler on the 26th. It's the major edit I'm making to your list. I still haven't decided if I'm going to play the Dark Phoenix and Jean Grey as 2 different characters game that you seem to want me to play, but I'm not playing it. I don't know about that. So I may potentially replace the 29th, which is Dark Phoenix, and go a different direction. So just something to consider, something to think about, because I'm thinking about it. So yeah, I'm going to grab some Nightcrawler covers. I need some Gambit covers, and I need some Magic covers. So those are the characters I'm looking for while I'm reorganizing these boxes. Those 3, Gambit, Nightcrawler, and Magic. Those are the ones that I have not taken photos of yet, so that I'm not ready in my phone to like post those characters yet. As far as what is this cover art challenge, because it looks like Darth's in on it. He wants to play. If you go to my Instagram, every post I've done with this series, I've tagged Terry Vaughn over there. You guys might know him as Bronze Page Comics, right? Terry. And I've also used a screen grab of the 30 days and each of the characters. And the idea is that on the numbered day, so today's the 21st, it's Jubilee. You post your Jubilee covers, and you can tag him, and you can include a screen grab if you want. And that's it. That's really all there is to it. You just sort of try to follow the trend of whatever it's going to be. No, I got Mystique done last weekend when I was going through collecting this week's photos. I saw so many Mystique covers. I kind of just pulled them out and I just shot them when I had the chance. I didn't want to forget. So I got that one done. But Terry Vaughn is the guy running it, and you can find him on my Instagram. Just any of my posts, you'll see that he is tagged there. And there's only, obviously, whatever it is, 10 days left. So you can jump in today's Jubilee, tomorrow's Emma, and then Monday is Psylocke. I think there was a Psylocke comment. Sorry, did I miss the Psylocke comment? Are you familiar with the Psylocke 1 second print? I don't know if I'm familiar with that. Maybe I need to look that up. Psylocke 1. I'm going to go into my CLZ here. Like I'm going to add it and pretend. Psylocke. Oop, can I spell it though? Psylocke. I'm assuming this is volume 1. Well, let's find out. Psylocke volume 1, second printing. Who's the artist on that? Cover artist Harvey. Oh my goodness. Tolibao? Sure, why not? This one? There you go. Is that the one you're talking about? That's not a bad cover. It's not a bad cover. It gives me anime vibes. But no, I don't have that one. I do not have that one. Something to look for. Something to put on the hunt list. And then, yeah, so you can just join in. Yeah, whatever you want. I had 2 really great Jubilee variants. I had the John Tyler Christopher Negative Space pink, kind of bright pink cover, and then I had the chewing gum one that I love. That's basically Big League Chew, which is, as a kid, all the bubble gum we chewed was Big League Chew. It was those. Let's see here. There he is. Okay, so Terry's been getting some shade. All right, so I'm going to repeat my shade for you, Terry, since you jumped in the chat. This is Terry. JP can drop Terry's link because he's got a YouTube channel and he's got an Instagram. And appreciate you, Terry, coming by. I was telling people in the chat I refuse to play your June 26th game. Your Cassandra Nova pick is shenanigans in my estimation. That lady has no cover. There's no good Cassandra Nova covers out there. There's none. They don't exist. However, you overlooked Nightcrawler, and I'm not okay with that. So I am officially stating that the 26th is now Nightcrawler Day, and that's what I'm going to post on the 26th. Cassandra Nova is out, Nightcrawler is in, and that's my switch. You tried to talk people into changing out the 30th, and they could post whatever they wanted on the last day. And I'm not accepting that, because the 30th, just so that my friends know as well, the 30th is Storm's Day. We're not trading out Storm for anybody else when you can trade out Cassandra Nova on the 26th and get anything else. So there you are, Terry. That's what I'm doing. That's how I'm playing your game. The other point is Jean Grey's on there twice. You got Dark Phoenix and you got Jean Grey. Might be a chance to swap out one of those. So I might swap out Dark Phoenix as well. But I knew I got to get Nightcrawler in there. Could not leave Nightcrawler out. So that's what I'm doing on the 26th. And that's what I'm organizing here. I don't have any Cassandra covers either. So I think this works. I didn't think this through. I'm just playing with you, Terry. I'm just messing with you. Just having a laugh, buddy. But that's the fun of this stuff, going through your collection, pulling out your books. I don't have enough of the Morrison era where Cassandra Nova makes her first appearances. So I have the omnibus, and it's great, and I've read it. I loved it. But I don't have enough of the singles to play her character. So the truth is, I don't think I have any. So it may be sour grapes here a little bit. But I have plenty of Nightcrawler, so now it's officially what I'm doing on that day. And so going through here, I'm certainly looking for variants. I want to reorganize and put runs back where they belong, because sometimes I go in, like for this kind of stuff, I pull out all my favorite Mystique covers, and I don't go back and like diligently put them in. Oh, that's an Uncanny Volume 7 book, and that's a X-Men variant over here, and that's an X Factor cover. So I don't necessarily put things back as diligently as I search them. My hair is looking amazing today. Got that bedhead. It was been a busy week. I've been at the beach every day with kids for summer camps, and just it takes you down, man. A 9-hour day with kids, and most of it out in the sun. You just start to wear thin. I've been wearing my hat. I have a great. It's a cowboy hat, but it's it's in the vein of an Indiana Jones kind of thing. So I always wear my hat, always wear my sunglasses, wear my rash guard. So I've got the best, tan. Here's the tan. Look at the tan line. Got that tan line going. It's looking good. There's a J. Scott Campbell 1 in 100 for both Psylocke and Magic. Man, stop telling me this stuff. Stop telling me this stuff, Darth. Not at any cons today. All right, there you go. That's why my wall books stay wall books for so long. JP dropping the links. I appreciate you, buddy. So there's the Instagram and there's the YouTube for Terry. Terry from the Bronze Page Comics. He's the one doing this X-Men cover challenge for June that I've been posting all the comics for. And that's what I'm hunting for here. So again, I got my Storm box here. I got my other Hickman era boxes down here. I'm going to kind of just sort through them. Things like X-Men Red, things like Storm and the Brotherhood, stuff that is Storm focused. I'm going to try to shuffle into this box and see if I can fit it all. And then after that, from there, I will see what room I have left for other Storm related books, because I have a ton of variant covers for her, obviously. And I think this box is going to fill kind of quickly. So let's start shuffling through and see what we got here. All right, so I got to move some stuff out of the way a little bit here, and let's start with what's in the box as far as the. All right, I pulled out the older stuff because I did have like some other era Storm related stuff. There's a Gambit cover. I'm gonna set that aside. That's a Gambit cover. I'll count it. Yeah, some fun. Ultimate X-Men. Look at that variant. Come on, gang. Whoa. There's an X-Men Storm. So I pulled out the somewhat older non-Hickman era stuff and set that aside. And I guess now I have a Gambit book to look at. But next I want to go through and grab all the X-Men red stuff. So, got some fun, obviously timeless variants. I might set into the front of the box some of the Storm covers. Like, come on, gang. Love this Mark Brooks variant. And it comes in so many different covers with so many different like styles of automobile colors for the automobile and stuff in the backs. What's in the box? Great Storm Stephanie Hans cover. Now that Ian's in the chat, there you go. What's up? Kate's in the chat. How you doing, Kate? Happy Saturday. Conlan's in the chat. What's going on, Stevie? So I might look. I've got a bunch of great Immortal X-Men covers, so I got to set some Immortal X-Men aside. This is going to be the challenge, gang. So Rise of the Powers. I've got some of those variants. This is the tricky part. Like some of this stuff belongs like in a different section. I've got all the Planet Size X-Men stuff with her because it's a one shot and you know it belongs with her. It belongs in a museum. Yeah, I got that one a few different times as well. So I keep those separate, maybe Rise and Powers variants. Oh, and I showed you that. Yep, I've got it twice. Little did I know. I showed you this one, the Zerdy cover, but it also comes in the Virgin variant. And I want to say I got other ones of that. So that's the Zerdy cover. I don't know how I'm going to separate these. So this is the tricky part. Like you want to keep some of those things together. Today is free RPG day, John. Go out to your local game shop and grab the free D&D adventures. So that's pretty cool. How honestly, you should replace Phoenix and just do more Storm. do 2 days of Storm. Not a bad idea. All right, let me see what else we got here. So okay, so now we got X-Men Red. I got this awesome variant here. I want to say this is Jeff DeCall. I think that's who that is. I got this one. I've got to take a photo of this one. This is signed by Allison Seeley Smith, the actress who does the voice of Storm on the 97 animated series. So I had that cover with the trade dress and without. Greg Land, throwback cover, the 80s team. Let's see here. Sabine Rich, Storm Virgin variant. Then we got some X-Men. So I'm just showing you now. I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? I got to set aside the X-Men Red stuff. That's what I'm trying to do. I got distracted. You guys distracted me. Stop distracting me. X-Men Red. Okay, so now I'm doing it. Now I'm getting into the X-Men Red stuff. I can set that aside. And I'm not marking. Let me get a Sharpie. On the blue painter's tape, I'll often mark that if it's a Virgin variant and I want to know what comic it goes to, you can pull the backing board. So this is Storm in the Brotherhood issue 1. Okay. Storm and the Brotherhood number 1. So you can write it on the back because sometimes you look at the front and you're like, it's a Stormbreakers Lucas Wernick cover and I love it, but yeah, Storm distracted me. That's fair. That's an X-Men Nullified cover. That's not an X-Men Red. What is this Sabine Rich one? I got to double check what that one goes to. Let's see here. It's that Storm issue 1. It's not the new Storm. It's an older Storm. Okay, sorry to that. Put that with the other Storm issue 1s. This one didn't have blue painter's tape. I got to fix it. So that's kind of what I'm doing this morning. It's just doing a reorganizing, as it were. Because some of this stuff I've just been rushing. And I have not been taking the time to put things exactly where they belong. And that's on me. That's definitely on me. Where did this timeless variant come from? Oh, it's giant size X-Men Storm. That's what it is. There it is. Perfect. Okay, Thor, X-Men. Okay, that works. And that's Storm in the Brotherhood. I do have a bunch of Storm in the Brotherhood as well, so I got to set those aside. All right. Put the cap on the pen before I get it marked on anything else. Let's see, this is the Storm Solo series, but it's not the Storm Solo series, the current one. It's a little older, so I'm going to put that with the other stuff. Okay. Marauders. That's another series that she was in a fair amount. So I got to think through what to do with Marauders. I'm going to keep that there. X-Men Red. Got that. Woo, that gorgeous Momoko variant. So I got Storm of the Brotherhood, and I've got X-Men. See, this is the problem. I'm running out of room already. These are some, let's see, Rise, House, Power, Giant Size Storm. Okay, that goes over here. I don't know what that variant is. Ugh. There's, okay, I got to check these variants. Hey. All right, what are these going to? Okay. More to check, gang. More to check. Get that Sharpie back. Now I need the Sharpie again. I always leave the organizing for future me to do. Well, yeah, that's fair. And now I am future me. Okay, this is X-Men 1. Okay. A Mark Brooks variant for X-Men 1. All right. I'm going to add that over here to some of that pile. So many X-Men 1, right? So many. This, I feel like, was part of the, like, what was that? Oh, this is an X Factor cover. What in the world? An X Factor variant. What in the world? Okay, so X Factor issue 2. And for some reason, it's a whole Days of Future Past thing. What a great cover, but it's X Factor. Who would have thought? So that's just kind of like an oddity. That one. This is, oh, not labeled. Okay, so this one's got to come out. Oh, it's Storm issue 5 from the older series. Okay. Really did not enjoy this series, I gotta say. Not one of the better books. Not a winner. And then we've got this fun variant here. Whoa. It's a Stormbreaker for X-Men 9. Okay. That's an ugly 9, but it's there. I got it done. Do you organize your variants with the run or separate those? It's a phenomenal question that I don't have the easiest answer for. What I tend to do is keep them with the runs for the most part, unless it's a character that I love, like Storm, and then I have a lot of her variants kept separately. And in those cases, I tend to buy 2 copies of that issue so that I can have one with the run and one with Storm, if that makes sense. So some of that stuff, you know, it doubles down. But the problem is my Storm box is so full. I've got to be selective now and kind of make bold choices. Here's a Marauders #1 variant. Okay. So I got my Marauders thing growing. And JP saying Marauders works with the Emma box. That's fair. So now I've got 2 fun Marauders Storm covers. So now I need a Marauders pile. This is getting bad. It's already a problem. This is a Marauders variant. Yeah, this is Marauders #2. Okay. And I got this thanks to my friend, Marauders 2, Jeffrey Comic-Con. He sent me this gorgeous Virgin variant. So freaking cool. So freaking cool. So I add that to my Marauders pile. And this is one of those like 90s trading card variants, but this has got that Daughterman cover, which I love. Mr. Daughterman, talented guy. Issue 33 of X-Men. Okay. And I took the darn backing board all the way out, so now I got to take the comic out. Yeah, so this is X-Men issue 33. All right. Put the backing board back in. Don't get pen on yourself or anything else. 33. All right. That's a 3, not a 2. There you go. Put the pen down. So I do have a bunch of X-Men variants, and I'll have to get thinking about how I want to store some of those things. Let's see. I always put the cover buys with the series if I have more of that run. Then you have a Marvel ladies covers section. No need for guy covers. So, I mean, as I often say, the best X-Men covers, the best X-Men characters, sorry, are the ladies. They're not men. So Sword is another series that Storm was featured in a lot. So I may have to put on my Sword comics. Here's some fun. Storm and the Brotherhood. And oh, you know what? To a point you're making, Kate, I've also been piling together a group of covers that I considered getting like slabbed. And in doing that, it made me realize like, oh, I there's certain like I got all the Art Adams covers, and he did some really great ones for X-Men Red and the Brotherhood of Mutants. This is another, I think it's another Hans cover. Yeah. Great cover. So there's been like covers where I'm like, do I want to separate those or keep them together? Like, how do you plan that organization? So here's some fun Storm and the Brotherhood covers. I got some of those. Yeah. Tricky. So there's all my Storm and the Brotherhoods. Put those over here. Got more Sword. So some of these I've been keeping like separate for that reason. Storm and the Brotherhood, X-Men Red. So that's gonna get tricky. Potential the potential variant slabs, right? It's the whole thing. All right. Now the rest of this I think is X-Men Red. So I got issue 6, 7. Somehow I missed issue 8. 9, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17. All right. That's an interesting run. Oh, there's 2. Somehow at the front. There's 10. And there's 11. All right, we're filling in the spaces. 17, 18. There's 12. I got 2 copies of 12. Oh, because I got, look how cute. Look how cute all the little storms. It's like all the little stormies. There's another 12. Here's another 11 variant. Ooh, that's a fun one. Look at that. That's a gorgeous variant. So that's number 11. Where's 11? There we go. 15. Did I say 15? No, I skipped 15. All right. That's that weird Storm series I didn't love. Here's a fun Brotherhood variant. So I got my Brotherhood of Evil Mutants over here. And then another Brotherhood. This is the fun one with the clouds around her. And then X-Men variants. I'll put that over here. Okay, so still missing a chunk of X-Men Reds. I think some of them were over here. Brotherhood. I'm going to keep, yeah. So issues 3 and 4 from X-Men Red were on variants. So I got 3 and 4 right here. So I might keep all of those together, those Art Adams and such, in the X-Men Red section. But I don't know where my X-Men Red 1 is. Maybe I slabbed. Do I have that one slabbed? I don't think I did. Let's check X-Men Red. X-Men Red. Do a search of my comics. X-Men Red Volume 2. That doesn't really show up. That's weird. Cancel. CLZ, I got to think through, like, how is it phrased? How is it worded? Type in the word red. There it is. X-Men Red Volume 2. I got 21 copies, so I do have it. Issue 1. Oh, it's that Peach Momoko cover. Oh, it's over here. I had put it inside. So there you go. Issue 1 was the Peach Momoko. Okay, so I got that. There's 2. Issue 15, I got another variant. Issue 8, I got another variant. Issue 5, I have that ugly cover. Okay. Because I don't think I liked the variants for issue 5. Okay. Issue 7. There's 8. Okay, now I'm getting it. Now I've got the run organized the way I need it. There we go. There we go. All 18 issues. Ooh, but 21 copies. So there you go. Whew. So that's what I got. 21 issues from that storyline, but there's only 18 comics because there's a bunch of fun variants. That's what it is. All right, so there's X-Men Red. I can put that back in the box. All right. This is going to be tricky for some of these titles, that's for sure. Some of these X-Men variants and stuff, they belong in the X-Men section, and I get it, but how to do that? How to do that? Let's see here. Yeah, because some of these were also like ratio variants. So like, I think this was a design variant that was like a 1 in 25 or something like that. And so I had kept it as a possible slab. That's tricky. I'm going to put that over there because I don't need that one. Giant size can go over there. So that leaves, these are fun ones. I might photograph these and then find a home for them. Tricky. All right. So, but I'm not going to put these back in there because they're basically, I don't know. I don't know, gang. I'm torn. Torn. And these are Sword. Okay, so I got Sword and Marauders still going here. Brotherhood. Let's check how many I got. Issues 2, issue 3, issue 1. So, okay. 2 copies of issue 2, 2 copies of issue 1, and 2 copies of issue 3. There you go. 2, 4, 6. Look, I got all of them. So maybe the Storm and the Brotherhood goes in there. That makes sense. Part of that same thing. I'm going to make sure that's everything. If I look up Storm and the Brotherhood of Mutants, I should have 7 covers. Which one am I not seeing in there? Oh, I have 3 of issue 1. Do I have 3 of issue 1 in here? Nope. 1, 2. One of those. Oh, yeah, because one of those ones was an Art Adams, so it's right behind it. Okay, that'll work. Now I can start looking at the. Ooh, I'm not gonna be able to grab all that. So I got the World to Come, which maybe that's a Black Panther thing. I might put those with the Black Panther. That creates a little space. I move those to the Black Panther spot. Let's see. Giant Size X-Men. That just came out recently. Storm Life Dream. There was a really bad series, but a couple of good variants. I'm going to put that with the other Storm covers over here that I got. So move that over here. And then I had a set of these to your question earlier, Kate, if you're still in the chat. I had a whole set of these Nakayama covers because they came in different like backgrounds and stuff. So I bought a set of these, and I think I have a slab of one of them. So I'm going to put, I don't know that I even know what comic this is for. Oh, Immortal X-Men 1. So I'm just going to keep them all in here in the Storm section. Then I've got the Jen Bartel cover. This is wait a second. I got to photograph this. I'm going to photograph this because my other buddy Joel the Geek is doing a June cover art challenge, and I definitely need that. So I'm going to photograph this one, but it doesn't belong in this box. So it definitely this one feels like it goes in the older Storm stuff, not the newer Storm stuff. So I'm going to put it with that for now. But I'm going to actually photograph it and then move it over. I'm thinking it through. This was a fun piece of original art. I had a community member draw this for me. So this is really beautiful. So I think this is Izzy, right? This is Izzy verse. I don't have it written on the back like a goof. Put that with some of the older stuff I got over here. Since it's not a new Storm comic. And then we're finally to some of the newer stuff. Okay, so let's dive deep here, gang. Okay. All right. This is the issue Storm becomes an Avenger. Had to get that comic. So that's a more recent Storm issue. Goes back in there for now. And then I had, these were other ones I was considering in the slab section. I love this cover. I got both the Virgin and the trade dress. And spoiler alert, I don't need to slab it now because I have a slab incoming. Look at the hair. It's getting even worse. That's what it's doing. The David Mack, so fantastic. So fantastic. So these are the like potential slabs. I'm going to set those in the middle of the box here. All right. And then the rest of this, I think, is her ongoing series. So I got almost all the issue number ones. Yeah. So these are all issue one. The weird blank where they put the title in the middle of it. I don't know why I bought that. I don't know why I bought that. Issue one, the regular A cover, issue one. So many variants. The Dr. Doom, like they're dancing. I don't know. The Lambada Doom cover. Yeah. So I got all the issue ones. So those go next. Issue two. Yeah, I had some of these I was considering slabbing too. Look at me. I'm such an idiot sometimes. Whatever. Issue two. The Zerdies. Got all the Zerdies. I love this one. And I had to get two of it. For some reason. Just or was one of those. No, they're not. There's no virgin version, I don't think. So those are my issue twos. Maybe getting one of those slabbed. I don't know. Issue three had this fun variant. So I got issue two of issue three because obviously I had to get the Rogue cover as well. Issue four had several great covers. Issue four might have been the best cover set because the Doom cover was great. David Nakayama crushing it. I love this one where she's reading The New Champions is the comic that she's reading there. And then this one is probably my favorite. So cool. So yeah, lots of great covers for issue four. Issue five has some good ones. I mean, you could slab all of these. They're all wonderful, but why, right? That became the question for me was, why am I slabbing them? I mean, thinking it through, do I desperately need this, right? Issue six. Darn Xavier ruining this cover. But it's, part of him leaving Earth, so I can't be too upset about it. Issue seven. The A covers were solid, so I almost always got the issue A's, or the cover A's. Issue 8. And of course, I say that, and then there's the issue 8 cover A. I was like, where's the A cover? I don't know what I'm doing. And then I only think I got one for issue 9. That was the most recent issue. The answer is always yes. I desperately need that in my collection, right? Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. All right, so that's my most recent Storm stuff. Now I think I need to figure out a way to get Marauders and Sword into that box. I think that's my next goal here. Is to organize Marauders and organize Sword. So now I gotta find which box those are in. So X-Men Red's in there. I'm gonna back some of this up a little bit and make a space in the middle. Okay. Oh no. The first thing I find right off the bat, JP's gonna laugh at me, is a giant Emma Frost section. This is all Emma Frost. So I had taken Emma's pictures and put her stuff in a different box as well. Well, let's say hi to Daryl. What's going on, Daryl? Happy Saturday. And Old Wolf, he's been out there gardening. I'm going to drink a little coffee. Something about seeing Tony in the chat makes me thirsty. So yeah, I'm telling you right now, gang, this is the winner. If you're looking for the greatest Emma Frost cover of all time, Jeff DeCall got you. He got you hooked up. This is the variant for Inferno issue 1. But maybe you like more of an Art Germ style because Nakayama has you on that front as well. Me, this is another good one I like. I like that. I like the Bloody Frost, right? Hard to go wrong with that. The Jeff DeCal cover, gang, it's just the greatest. And actually, if you look at the variants that he did for Inferno, they actually connect. They make a little connecting image kind of thing. There's a fun one. There's a not so fun one. Classic. Oh, I got my Jubilee books and the Psylocke books that I've chose. Okay, I don't know if Lopez is still in the chat, but I got your. So these are the Psylocke ones, just as a spoiler to what I chose. That one. Stephanie Hans. Inyuk Lee. So good. And then the winner for me is Mark Brooks. Mark Brooks always wins for me. Mark Brooks is the winner. Hard to beat. Hard to beat that. But that was not the end of my Emma Frost. I'm sorry, I paused for some other stuff, I guess. Back to Mark Brooks, who did this amazing Immortal X-Men cover. But not only did he do that, he also gave you it in white, which I had him sign, in black, which I had him sign, and in pink, which I had him sign. So those are my Emma Frost. That's clearly I had set aside my Emma Frost section as well. So now we have reached a huge challenge, and I've got to decide, do I split this box because it's got Emma on the front as well prominently? Do I split it as a Storm Emma box and let them just duke it out? I don't know. I got to think that through. All right. This looks like Judgment Day connecting covers. Oh, I found some Nightcrawler stuff. Okay, let me see if I pull those out. It's the Nightcrawlers series. Issues 1, 2, and 3. But nothing I would photograph. I don't think that's going to make the list. Realm of X, Sins of Sinister. Oh, I am looking for magic, aren't I? Dang it. It's always something with me. Always something. All right, let's pull that up there. Well, I got to do that one. I mean, come on. Let's see. Do I do any of these other ones? Well, I got to do that one. I mean, come on. There's a 1 in 25 Emma that came out recently. What's the artist? Do you know the artist who did it? Oh. How are we feeling about? It's too young. This is the younger magic. There's something in the eyes that's not working for me. Russell Dodman's usually better than that. So I'm not loving this as like the example. So I'm gonna keep moving on. X-Men. Yeah, you know what I'm realizing who is also missing on the X-Men cover challenge for Terry is Laura Kinney. She's not included anywhere. So maybe I use the Dark Phoenix one, or instead of doing another Jean, I do another Logan. Something to consider. Something to consider. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I do that. I don't know. Ooh, Uncanny Spider-Man. That was a very fun series. Of course, some Nightcrawler goodness in this series. And he gets it on with Silver Sable. So you go, boy. 1, 2, 3. I'm missing issue 4. Oh, John. Time to get the CLZ out again. Uncanny Spider-Man. Yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 5. What a jackass. All right, I'm going to solve that. You're going to watch me go on eBay right now and purchase it. John's Comics and Teens. What is going on? I'm looking for squirrel. Yep, that's me. That's me right now. All right, Uncanny Spider-Man 4 is the one I need for some reason. Issue 4 of Uncanny Spider-Man. See how cheap I can find it. Let's see. $8. That's with shipping, by the way. I'm just counting it with shipping. I don't think I'm going to buy this right now. $8. Boo! Your birthday's tomorrow. Maybe number 4 can be a gift. I might buy it right now before any of this goes down. Uncanny Spider-Man 4. Why is this so expensive? People are going to want to charge me more to ship the book than it's going to cost me to get the book. What's wrong with you people? Something's wrong with you people. Oh, Darth, if you scroll back a little bit, I just showed you the Psylocke covers I'm going to use for when I post my Psylocke stuff. I just shared it a second ago. I'm trying to find a good copy, a nice copy of Uncanny Spider-Man 4. Let me check on Shortboxed real quickly. Did I miss anybody? Comic Cap Collectibles, I'm sorry I didn't say hi to you. I did say hi to Adam. He was making stuff up in the chat. A quick run to Fullerton. Just drive to Fullerton real quick. I'll see what I can get done there. Let's see if they can find Uncanny Spider. Let's see what they give me here on. I do like Shortboxed for the most part. Nope, it's giving me a lot of other stuff. Uncanny Spider-Man. Come on. Let's see, any Uncanny Spider-Man. I got a lot of Uncanny X-Men, but none Uncanny Spider-Man. Uncanny Spider-Man 1. I don't need that. I need 4. Nope. Nothing on the CLZ or on the Shortboxed. I'm going to set these magic covers aside because I'm taking pictures. I'm taking pictures of them. Oh, I had a picture section. See, you guys are getting a glimpse inside the chaos here. Everybody's like, everything's so nice and organized. No, it's not. No, it's not. Nothing's organized. Organization's a myth. Control is a myth. Okay, sort by lowest price. That's what I should have clicked first. How did I not do that? Okay, there's a better. Okay, I can get something for $6. That's not bad. Brand new. Issue 4. And yeah, I'm just going to buy that now. $6 with shipping. Done. And at least it's on the way. I don't know how I skipped issue 4, gang. Something's wrong with me. So there it is. Purchased. You saw me fix the problem. I should get it in about a week. I'm good with that. All right. That makes me feel better. At least I have completed that set. Are you a good cat? My cat's watching me. Stretch. Yeah, you stretch. You keep stretching. All right. Let's see here. All right. Dark X-Men. Nope. Don't need that. Ooh. What is the... I got to check that I took a good... I got 2 rogue pictures for next week, but I think I just found another one that I need to snap. Let's see. Which ones did I take pictures of? Yeah. Nope. I got it. I did it. Good boy. Excalibur. Nope. Immoral X-Men. Nope. Legion of X. Nope. Rise and... Okay, I got to think about this. I got to think about these. Let's see here. I'm going to pull these out because I might want to put all the Rise and House and Powers, all that stuff together. Oh, might need to add this. Might need to add that to the photo section. You wait right over there, lady. That is Rogue and Gambit, issue number 2. This is such a great cover. Come on, y'all. Okay, so those are all like one shot and stuff. I'll set those aside. Sword. I found some Sword and Marauders. Happy to have found that. Okay. Immortal can go in there. Regular X-Men. Hellions. Don't need that. There she is. Zerdial. Does John remember he is supposed to be looking for Marauders and Sword? I mean, it's a lot of boxes, my guy. A lot of boxes here. But I just finished one. That's good. Put some of these in the back. Ooh, did I just ding that? Dang it. JP's trying to hurry me along. Darn you, JP, and your budget collecting. Okay. I'm gonna put some of these great storm covers at the back here, just so that I can access them quickly. Leave that gambit over there. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I can fit all the Storm and Emma Frost together in one book. All my X-Men books are in order. Yes, some of this is for the mystery box. If I know better where things are, I can better create the mystery box for our man Matt. My Uncanny X-Men is, I've got 3 short boxes over there. It's all in order. It's all looking great. It's nice Mylar and everything. So Uncanny, volume 1 from Claremont to the end of Claremont and quite a bit beyond. That's all good. It's the Hickman era stuff, the super modern, ultra modern stuff. That's what I'm really trying to figure out here. Trying to piece that together. And I thought, if nothing else, it would give someone like JP something to watch and listen to while I do it. All right. This box has a lot of X Factor, New Mutants, Hellions, X of Swords, Wolverine, X-Men, Inferno. Okay, let me grab the Inferno books. So when I was saying some of those connecting variants, like the ground that Moira is standing on connects to the other ones, if I'm not mistaken. But I'll put some of those with my Inferno collection. So this is issue 1 and this is issue 3. So it's kind of hard to tell that they would connect. I think it goes this way. And Magneto is in there somewhere and he's destroying the hand railing that she's holding on to here. So kind of cool. Terry just threw a curve and dropped Cassandra Nova see? Good. I'm glad you see it, because I've told him that I'm not doing Cassandra Nova. He just dropped. Oh, he's switching it. I'm forcing him. So I just went off on a rant when he was in the chat, and I told him that I'm officially switching them out. So I'm glad he's joining in my revolution. For giant size to Krakoa in order, including Rosenberg. Damn, Darth Lopez showing me up in the best way possible. That's impressive. That's impressive, sir. I mean, it'll be too hot to go outside. I got my 4-mile walk and garden work done, and by 9:30, and was sweating buckets. Damn. Age of X-Man. Not a big winner, that one, as I recall. Let's see here. X-Men, X of Swords, X-Men. Okay, I got to pull out some of the... Okay, so I found the Rise. Okay, let me pull this second real quick. I got more of those Rise and House and X. Okay, X-Men Forever. Okay, Hellions. I'm going to pull the side. Immortal X-Men, which, if you care at all what I think, Immortal X-Men was the freaking jam, man. Immortal X-Men was wonderful. There's more Rise. And I loved Immortal X-Men. That might be the best Hickman era book I read. So that's about as nice of a compliment as I can make. Why do I have a Strange Academy variant? Oh, because it's that one, yo. Photo pile. Okay. Saving that one. I think it goes over here. Don't need that. Ball on the House. House of X. More Sexy Inferno. Yep. Same gray line, right? More Inferno goodness. Okay, Inferno. House of X, Powers of 10, Rise and Fall, all that stuff goes over there. X-Men, Forever X-Men. Spoiler, you got to post this cover if you have it. You got to post it. X-Men, Fall. Okay, so that all goes there. All I'm really doing here is pulling out the same, is ending up with more piles. This is not going in the right direction in some ways. Okay, fall, forever, fall, house, forever, rise, 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 forever, forever, immortal. Okay, so I'm kind of making a little organization for that. Planet size, that goes over here. I pulled out the planet size, I thought, didn't I? Put it somewhere near the front, maybe. Where did I put all that planet size stuff? There it is. Okay, that's giant size. Okay, I'm gonna put it over here. Leave it over there. Okay. Another box sorted a little bit. I'm gonna move this one up. Oh, that one was heavy, gang. That one was heavy. There's a section I've marked off here at the front. Yep. More planet size. What's up, aggressively relaxing? What's going on, man? Good to see you, sir. Okay. Powers. Okay, because this is mostly house and powers stuff. That's what it is. So that's sectioned off because it's all house and powers. House and powers, house and powers. Yes. Okay. So now I've got that sectioned, prepped. And I don't know if these are house and powers covers because they're in that section. I'm assuming they are, but I didn't mark them because they're virgin variants and I didn't think it through. Nope, this is an Inferno number 2. Add that to the Inferno pile. What is this one? It's got a Spider-Man booth kind of sticker on it. X-Men number 1. Okay. Get some blue tape on that. Air Spider, I couldn't live with that policy. I got no store exclusive policy. And I'll tell you right now, I'm pretty much that way. It's not a very common thing for me to buy them. It's got to be the right artist, the right book, the right cover, right? Certain guys, Nakayama included, are the guys that I do that for. This is X-Men 1. Okay, that one's going in this other box. I don't know why I had that with the house and power stuff. You were in the wrong home, buddy. Get back in this other box. Okay, now I've cleared out that section. Let's continue our journey, friends. Okay. I did not label this variant. Oh, I found the Marauders pile, JP. Huzzah! It was in the 3rd box I went through. Okay, this is a variant for X-Men 27. There it is. Get some blue painter's tape. My love and joy. X-Men 27. All right. That's going to have to find a new home eventually, but I'm going to save that focus for later. Instead, I'm going to get into these. Find these Marauders books. There we go. Okay. Here we go. All right. Hooah! Now we're talking. Now we're talking. It's all happening. It's all deadly. So this is a Marauders issue 2. That's a 13. This is a Marauders 1. So put that on the top. 13 and 16. Okay. Now we're talking. Let's see how well organized. Let's see how well I did. Let's just blindly go through and see if they're in numerical order or if John is a bigger schmuck than we think he is already. Okay. Issue number 1 variant. And then, of course, the better cover in many ways is issue 1. All right. So there we go. We started off strong. The issue 1s are together. Move that over. There we go. Issue 2. Issue 3. We're off to a good start. And issue 5. I don't know where issue 4 is, so let's take a... first, I got to add that other variant now because I had that one separate. So not off to a great start, gang. Not off to a great start. No issue 4. That lasted 3 books. Let's check my CLZ. Do I own an issue 4? Do I just not have issue 4? Did I just not notice it? Marauders. Issue 4. Ooh, I have an issue 3 slab. I should have an issue 4. I know I have that issue 4. It must be mixed in with it's a great storm cover, so I've clearly got it mixed about somewhere with storm covers. So I know I've got issue 4. So let's just glance into this pile and see if it's yep. Nope. Come on, where are you? Come on, buddy. Be in this pile. Wah wah. Failed again. All right, so somewhere there's a storm cover floating about. I have 1 in 25 of issue 1. That book sold locally. Nice. Number 1, second print, Kate and the Tank. All right. Pro tip: don't want to buy a limited cover. Picture the A cover artist walking away to the sad background music. Oh man, yeah. Marauders was great. It was a very good series. 1 or 2 store exclusives a year. Generally, I avoid them unless they're amazing. Fair, very fair. All right, we're going to keep going and figure out. We'll find that 4 later on. 5, 6, 7, and 9. So I did not get very far, gang. I am missing 4 and 8 so far. All right. Do I have an 8? 8 is also a great storm cover. It's this one with her and Emma together. So I know I've got it. Can I find it? But we'll keep going. 10, 11, and then the repeat cover from issue 1. Now it says Kill Shaw instead of Hold Fast, right? Bum, bum, bum. 12 and 14. So we missed enough issue 13. Let me scroll down and find 13. Oh, yes. That's one of my Hans variants. Okay, so that one I know I've got over here. Come on, where are you at? Where are you at, John? Where are you at? Come on, man. Where did I put them on? I was just looking at these. Ah, there it is. Okay. 13. There she is. Back where she belongs. Right between 12 and 14. So there's that one. Still no 4 and no 8, but we'll keep going. Here's issue 15. 16. 17. 18. We're on a roll here. 19. Throwback 20. Love it. Strike a pose, Emma Frost, 21. Like it. 22. 23. I'm on a roll. 24. And I jinxed it because this is 26. All right. 25. What does 25 look like? 25. I just showed you 25. It's the fist punching. Because it's in with the Emma cover. I think I figured out my problem. They're in with the Emma covers. Let me pull out Emma 24, that 25 cover, because it's in there. Let's see it. I know I got it. Where you at, girl? Boom. There's 25. Like I mentioned earlier, 26, 27, and 4, and 8 at the bottom of the pile. The 2 I was missing, gang. It feels so good. Yeah, these are great covers. Russell Dodderman, man, all day. So look, there it is. My full Marauders collection minus the one I have slabbed, because I have apparently issue 3. Issue 3 has that Jae-Young Lee cover that everybody loves, including me. So I have a 9/8 of that in my slab boxes. But other than that, all of them are here. And excuse the heavy breathing. This is it's a lot of exercise for me in a given day. Look at that. John did have them all, right? Now they get to join this box. All right. Now we're talking, gang. I'm going to use a divider. I got a few of these handy dandy plastic dividers. Slide that in there. Marauders has their own little home now. That felt good. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. Man, that felt good. I feel amazing right now. Air Spider says, I love playing that Can I Find It game. The answer is always no. Not today. Not today it wasn't. The Kitty Pride milk bath. I know. That's a fact. That's a fact. Now I'm just looking for Sword, which is the other Storm series. A lot of these, if you don't, I mean, here, if I can give advice on how to, you know what? I think I just chose a video I'm going to do next week, and you guys get a preview of it. If I was going to give advice to someone who feels like, oh, X-Men's so complicated, it's so hard to read, there's so many books to have to buy, I respect that opinion. It's not wrong. It's not a wrong opinion. But what I will say is, in an era like Hickman ran, pick a writer that you like and follow them. So like I like Cy Spurrier, I like Al Ewing. If you follow that writer and just read their stuff, you'll have no problem. You might not get your favorite character, right? You might not get Wolverine or Cyclops if you're that crazy, but you'll enjoy and follow the thread for those books. So in particular, I was very pleased with Al Ewing and what he did with Storm, because he ran 3 or 4 books using her as a main character, whether it was Storm in the Brotherhood, whether it was Sword, whether it was X-Men Red. He had a few different titles with him as the writer and her in the lead. You reported me to YouTube, Tony? What the heck, man? Why are you reporting me to YouTube? How does that happen accidentally? Jeez, man. My show is indecent. I'm indecent. I'm dressed, right? Okay. Woo. All right. So what I would say to those people, though, is find a writer that you enjoy and then follow them instead, man. Just follow them. I love my friends, but I hate when they ask me to explain X-Men. The relationship gets strained. Funny. All right. I'm into X-Force now. Moving along to the Way of X, which is a great Nightcrawler series. And maybe there's some fun variants in there I can pull. Let's take a look at that real quick. This was, again, Cy Spurrier. You could follow Cy Spurrier from Way of X through, Legion of X, Uncanny Spider-Man, X-Men Origins Blue. Like it's one storyline, all focused on Nightcrawler. If you like Cy Spurrier, and I do a bunch, it's a great read and a whole lot of fun. I don't know that I would pick any of these Nightcrawler covers as like the example of Nightcrawler that I'm looking for, so I'm gonna probably not use those, but it's something to consider. Something to consider. All right, so X-Force, no. Now I'm in X of Swords. Okay, I found the rest of Immortal X-Men. I was kind of looking for that earlier. Here's the problem, though. I never found the Sword. Where the heck did I put my Sword comics? John Jameson. Immortal. I found it. Yay. Huzzahs to Sword. I will, so the, how do is this a wraparound? I think it's a wraparound cover. Let me double check. Yeah, it is, gang. So the short box that I have over here that I'm pulling from and not showing you is this Last Supper wraparound cover, which I love. And again, pick a writer. I love Kieran Gillen, and I followed his Immortal X-Men, and then it was Immoral X-Men, and then it was X-Men Forever. And it was wonderful. It was fantastic. But again, if you really wanted Storm a ton or something, you might not get what you want out of it because you want to follow the character, and I respect that. Personally, I say follow the writer and you'll be you'll be happier. When they announced all the creative teams on the new X-Men books, I was not excited about them. So I gave them an issue or two to try to win me over because they were new people, untested. But in the end, did not wow me, did not win me over. Okay, so I know I had a whole bunch of Immortal and Immoral stuff. Where did I end up putting all that? Oh, they're over there in the house and the power. All right, so I'm going to set these aside for right now. That's going to be what I do next. I'm going to organize that box to fit them, but I'm going to finish my Storm box by doing Sword, and I've got them all right here. Perfect. All right. So I've got the 3 that I had pulled aside, and I've got the rest here. Let's see if they numerically, if they line up all right. I didn't say hi to Rod. I know he was coming through the chat. I'm sorry, Rod. I've been distracted by what I'm doing, messing around. Hello to Super Russ 9000. I hope you're doing well, my friend Russ. Let's see. I missed some comments up here. Nice. That is a really good comic stream. It has suspense, mystery, resolution. What a roller coaster. So good. I saw that one. Very funny. Cyclops is no one's favorite character. Some people say that because they think they should, but no one actually feels that way. And that's why I got shut down. I throw a little shade at Cyclops, and Tony rats me out to YouTube police. I feel like Anne Frank over here. No, I'm kidding. I was told I had been reporting my cousin's channel. I am not, but YouTube is claiming my content when he plays it on his live. Oh. Nobody wants to claim my content. All right, here we go. Issue number 1 of Sword. Yay. Issue number 2. Issue number 3. Yes. Keep going, John. Keep going. Issue 4 is the King in Black tie-in. Still going. He looks like he's torturing what's his name? That's my brain this morning. Sorry. Issue 5, and I knew I didn't have 6 in the right spot because it was over here, but here's issue 6. Added in. Issue 7, which I loved. Got Dr. Doom rolling in there as you need. He's got that giant, look at that giant champagne glass. I love it. Issue 8, Storm letting him know what's up. Was that issue 9? Yeah, that was issue 8 because I have another issue 8 over here. I have another variant for issue 8. That's one of those ones. I got issue 9 with the Joe Jusko card variant, right? And then we're back again for 10. And I believe it wrapped at 11, which is a weird number, but I believe it wrapped at 11. And I will double check in my phone. But I think that's it. I think that's the entirety of Sword. Let's see if I can find it in here. Sword. No, I don't want X of Sword. I'm just going to search Sword. Nope, don't like it. I bet I have to put dots between every letter. W. Yep, I did. Annoying. Yeah, it wrapped at issue 11. So there it is. I have 2 copies of issue 8. Perfect. I love it. Yeah. I feel like Hannibal on the A-Team. I love when a plan comes together. So there's Sword. I can add that right behind Marauders, X-Men Red, and feel all is right in the world. X-Men Red, Storm in the Brotherhood. Oh, I feel so much better. Okay, the rest of this box is Cable, Children of the Atom, X-Corp, X of Swords, and some fun variants here at the back for my guy. Because I posted these when I had Apocalypse earlier. Fun Apocalypse variants. Gotta love Apocalypse. And a Legion of X because I had very few Banshee covers, but, had to dig them out. So I'll have to figure out where those go. Immortal. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I got to finish this Storm box. And what I think I'm going to do, let me look through this one more time here. I've got all these fun Storm variants. I think I'd rather have them in there than the immortal X-Men stuff, which makes some sense. Obviously, the immortal X-Men stuff has Emma and Storm, and it might fit in here, but I'd rather keep it separated, as hip hop taught me to do. Okay, so I got planet size X-Men. I got old school Storm variants, planet size X-Men, giant size X-Men Storm, older Storm, X-Men Gold, older Storm, another Storm, older Storm, older Storm. So I think I'm just going to keep this like it is here a little bit. Yeah, and just have all the Storm books together. That makes more sense to me. What is up, White Tigers in the chat? How's the Tiger Cub doing? What are we at now? 3 months? You have a 3-month-old baby now? Starting to like be able to sleep again? How's that life treating you, man? Planet size X-Men. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna put those at the front. Put a little. Actually, you know what? I got to put at the front. Where did you go, my friend? Here we go. I'm gonna put an X-Men Masterworks hardcover at the front to protect it whenever I'm pulling books in. There we go. And now, if I can find the lid wherever I put it. Oh, there it is. Behind me. There it is. Now I have one finished box. Gang. Feeling good about that. So it's a Storm box, despite the fact that Emma Frost is prominently on the outside. Maybe one day I'll get a fun Storm-centric box, and I can move Emma's stuff in there and Storm's stuff into a new box. But for now I got it where I like. Oh, that feels so much better. I feel alive. That's a wonderful, wonderful feeling. But now I'm going to work on this other decorative box. I know I'm at an hour and a half, but I want to get some of this finished before I call it quits here. So I'm gonna move this stuff back in the box. I'm going to take out the front bit here. A lot of this is X-Men X Factor related, so I can separate that out. There's some Wolverine. I might move into that Wolverine box. So I'm going to set that over here. And I'm going to start this box off with all the House and Powers Rise and Fall books. So all the beginning and the end of Hickman I can put in here, along with the Kieran Gillen stuff that I love, the Immortal X-Men stuff. So I think that's going to be the core of this box. And then beyond that, we'll take a look. Hey, cat, stop playing with the microphone wire. You little punk. I see you. Are you waking up from your nap? Now you're ready to mess around and do stuff? What a punk. Go wake up a kid. You got 2 sisters in this house. Go wake them up. All right. So that's what I'm going to organize next. I'm going to separate out my Immortal X-Men stuff. Let's see. Immortal. All this is Immortal. And my House and Powers stuff. I'll separate that. Let's see here. All right. Got another one of those. All right. Okay, so House and Powers is at the front here. This is all House and Powers stuff. And I need to stop at some point. Okay. And the Rise and Fall. That's what I'm trying to put together. House and Powers and Rise and Fall. Okay. House and Powers. House and Powers. Okay. And then that I'm going to separate, and then Fall, Rise, House and Powers, House and Powers. I have so many House and Powers books, like so many variants over the years that I've just snagged and gotten one way or another. I think that's all the House and Powers stuff. This is Rise and Fall and X-Men Forever. I got to make another pile. Okay, you go over there. Okay, Rise and Fall, Rise and Fall. House. Oh, there's another house. Aye, sorry about that. And your ears go, aye. Okay, that is Forever X-Men, Rise and Fall, Rise and Fall. X-Men Forever, X-Men Forever. Those go over here. Immortal. There's some more Immortal X-Men. I'll put those over there. All right, and I think I got that. We'll see how this all comes out. Let's start with the house and the powers, which is all of these. Okay, so I'll do all the house together maybe, and then all the powers together. But some of them are connecting variants. That's the drawback. When you split them up, they don't get to sit next to each other. It's kind of sad, right? Isn't that sad? Okay, more. There's another powers. There's a house. There's a house. So I think I have more House of X than I have powers of 10, but whatever. Okay, now I've got to alphabetize these a little bit. Okay, or numerically, sorry. 1, 1, 2, 6, 5, 6, 5, 1, 2. Did I have a 2? Yeah, there's a 2, 3, 4. All right. Oof, those are my houses. I've got the cover A, right? No, the cover B. Sorry. This is the cover A. And I'm going to put with it this, I think, which is not going to be where it belongs, but I feel like these covers need to be together. So I'm going to put those side by side because technically that's an X-Men issue 35 cover, but I don't care. Rules made to be broken. I also have this Scott and Jean cover for issue 1. And then we're on to issue 2 with this third printing that shows Destiny burning Moira. I love it. Gotta have it. Then there's the Phoenix variant for issue 2. Issue 3, I got the Jean Grey variant. This is a Laraz cover, I think. And then issue 4, JP, I've somehow got the Angel variant. The only issue 4 I got. Something's wrong with me. Issue 5, I got the Savage Land connecting cover with Nakayama on the art. There's another issue 5. And then issue 6, I got the Pepe Larraz cover with Storm and Emma. And of course, the Magneto issue 6. So there you go. Those are the House of X. And then let's do the powers of 10. There's an issue 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 1. So do I have them all? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. That's how it goes. All right. So issue 1, I've got the Rasputin cover. Issue 2, I've got the Beast variant. Issue 3, I've got the, I don't know, Bad Guys from the Future variant, the Henchman cover. Issue 4, I've got this, I don't know, is this a 90s X-Men crew cover? I think it's a connecting variant, but I don't have the other half. Issue 6, I've got the Mr. Sinister cover. Sorry, it's issue 5. There's the other Savage Lands Nakayama connecting piece from the power side for issue 6. Sorry, that was issue 5. Issue 6, I've got the Wolverine variant, all the Wolverines. And the last one is the Moira walking through the Everybody's Dead. So there's my House and Powers sets. I could probably go back and snag a lot of the covers I like for almost nothing these days. I'm sure they're not worth a hill of beans. I'll have to take a look at those prices because I'll tell you, I'd love to get some of those connecting House and Powers variants. I think they're kind of cool. Let's see here. X-Men Forever 1 through 4. I got those. Biggie Shaq. What's going on, Biggs? How's your Saturday going? He's been going live a ton. Biggie Shaq does not get enough respect for the sheer amount of time that guy produces content. It is impressive, my man. You are impressive. So thank you for always being content creating. I love it. Oh, crud. Am I missing one of the Fall of the House of X's? I hope I'm not. How many issues was it? I only see 3 here. How many do I have on this one? Yeah, I'm missing one. Dang it. How did I do that? I'm missing some of these. Let's check my CLZ. Yeah, you have been, Biggie. You have been whooping it. Let's check my CLZ. I'm going to start with Fall. Fall, the House of X. I should have 6. Okay, that explains. My issue 2 and my issue 3 are floating around somewhere in the ether. I know I've got them, so that's good to know. Ah, they're over here. Found them. Okay. Let's start with this pile. Oh, I think I found more Storm books, gang, when I did that. Womp womp. So let's see. Fall, Rise. I'm going to pull those out. Any more Fall and Rise? Immortal. Okay, so I'll deal with that in a second. Ooh. Where did they? I pulled them out. Oh, I didn't. I put them right there. All right. All right. So issue 5 of Rise and Fall. Okay, so there's oh great. This is making my problem worse. Let's see. This is the Rise pile, and this is the Fall pile. Did not help me. That made it worse. I'm still missing books. Oh my goodness, John. There's a Immortal. Move that up there. Legion of X. Good Lord. What did I do? I got distracted. That's what happened. I'm going to pull out these. Immoral. So I got my 3 Immoral X-Men books. I'm going to put those over here because I need to start keeping some of this stuff better organized. That's what I'm saying. Trial of Magneto, X-Men, Dark X-Men, Hellions. More Children of the Vault. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. Nightcrawlers, Judgment Day. I know I had them, dang it. Oh, I had some set aside to take photos, didn't I, JP? JP's like, John, I know right where they are. They're right to the side of you. Let's see here. No, but I don't think any of these fall into that category. Nope, nope, nope. So then where? Where did they go? Put you down there. Let's pull up the stack of my Emma issues. So I'm looking for Fall issues 2 and 3. No, I got 2. I'm looking for issue. No, I got 3. I'm missing 4. Because issue 4 is one of my Emma covers. That's why. Come here, Emma. Don't hide. There it is. Now I've got my set of Fall of the House. Okay. Perfect. Got those. Put those over here. And now I got to look at the rise of the powers. Okay. Rise. Powers of X. I should have 8. Good Lord Almighty. Oh, that's because 2 of them are Storm books. I'm going to count those aside. Stormy. You. Storm is my problem. As if you all didn't know that. Okay. So I need to pull out. This one is part of the Rise. And at the back of this set, I saw another one. It's, where'd you go, girl? Yep, there it is. Zerdy. Okay, so those are the reason why I didn't have all those together. So let's count them in now. One. I got 3 copies of issue 1. Is that right? 1. Yeah. Oh, I got 4 because I got the Virgin variant. Okay. Issue 2, I got. Issue 3, I got. Issue 4, I got. I did not input issue 5. Well, good thing it's right here. Good thing I got it. So time to add that up. John breaks up, mix and matches titles and runs because of the character on the cover. Then he gets confused about where they are. Rules are made to be broken. Yeah, I'm a renegade. What are you going to do? But now I get to add something to my CLZ. I'll turn the volume up because Tony likes to hear the bleed delete. I'm going to close this all out. Add the little bleedy bleed. And I'm going to use the barcode. See if I can make it work. Hey, add it to my collection. Look at that. That was just for you, Tony. I don't usually turn my phone off of silent. It's almost always on silent. It's just the way I work. Okay. All right. So now I've got all 5 of those set aside here, including my cute storm covers thrown in. David Mack and Zerdy added to the group. Okay. I'll put those up there. So I'll follow that with those. Okay. Feels way better. It's like the thrill of checking out, but at home. Perhaps. Okay, so let's now look at my Immortal X-Men. Because this is where it's going to get ugly, gang. Because the problem is some of these Immortal X-Men covers are so phenomenal. And I've got some with Storm and I've got some with Emma. And so now I've got to like fix that. You should be happy with me, Tony, that I'm putting things back. Giving me grief all the time. Crying out loud. Let's see here. Just to make sure I got them all. This is an X-Men cover. X-Men. I don't need those. I do need that. Yes. Immortal Powers. Okay. So this is a Powers of X. I got to put that with the Powers of X. Add one more Powers of X variant, all the Storm ones, right? Let's see here. Get that at the front with issue 1. Okay. Now my Immortal X-Men can be put back together again. What I need to do is come up with a clever way to like mark the pot. Oh, my hair is doing it again. Let's drink some coffee. To mark some of those variants that I really love that I'm thinking about slabbing, but we'll deal with that later. 1, Immortal X-Men 1, 2, and then it jumps to 5. What the heck? So bad. Oh, well, here's 3 at least. I don't know where 4 is. I got to look up 4 now. I lasted 2 issues in this set. 1, 2, 3. Hi, Kitty. Hi, you want to say hi? He's like, no, I don't want to say hi. I was just investigating. You're an investigator this morning. I know you're investigating. I don't want to ruin your plans of hunting and searching and being a pumpkin. A carriage that turns back into a pumpkin. I would bet that Emma has the reason why I'm missing one of those. But let's check it out. Let's look up Immortal X-Men and see which one I'm missing. Immortal X-Men. Again, my favorite. I will say there are, Tony, you're not gonna like it. There are some variants I'm still keep, as long as I've got at least one of every cover in with the run, the extra variants that I want to get slabbed or whatever are going to end up with the character. But beyond that, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So what was I missing? 3? I got 3. Issue 4. I figured out why. Here she is. Come out wherever Emma is. There she is. My Marilyn Monroe. She's back in where she belongs. The variants I'll keep out, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I believe 8 is over here somewhere because I'm putting it back where it goes. 8. Now let's see what this one is. That's 10. So where's 9? There it is. 9, 10. I have a bunch of 11 covers. Okay. So now I get to choose. They're all Storm covers. Oh my gosh. X-Men, why you do this to me? Why you do this to me? All right, so let's stop at 10 for a quick second so that I can sort these a little bit. I'm going to add one of those spacers. Where did I put them? I don't know. There's a bunch of them floating around. Come on, John. Where'd you put them? Put you back in the pile here somewhere. Bury you. Apocalypse. All right. Oh, I put it for you. There they are. All right. We'll use another spacer for the Immortal X-Men section. I'm going to put 1 through 10 in. But here's the problem, gang, and I've got 4 copies of issue 11. 4. What's up, Perry? Good to see you, friend. How you doing, man? The problem is, well, let's see if you can tell me what the problem is. Issue 11. Issue 11. Issue 11. No losers. No losers, gang. They're all wonderful. I think what I'm going to do is put Stephanie Hans in the box here and keep these with my girl. That's where my thinking is right now. Stephanie Hans goes in there. Old lurking ass Perry. Yep, he's always around. He's usually editing or playing. Hey, Perry, when am I getting my next Mission Impossible video? Where's that? Where's that? I need my Mission Impossible. I haven't seen it. My notifications haven't told me anything. You got to pump those videos out, man. All right, so that's 1 through 11. But we're still going. 12, 13, 14, 15, kind of creepy. 16, I had to put that one back where it goes. 17, all the Jean Greys again. And finally, the last issue is 18. So there we go. The full run, back where it belongs. Then I've got the 3 issues for Immoral X-Men to go right after it. And the 3 issues for X-Men Forever, 1, 2, or 4 issues. Is it a 4-issue run? Yeah, I think it's a 4-issue run. Let me double check. X-Men Forever is a 5-issue run. What am I missing? No, it's a 3-issue. Oh, I've got some variants tucked away other places. Where's that Storm variant? I got a Storm variant that's missing, gang. Thankfully, all the other covers are in here. So when I find that Storm variant, I'll put it where it goes. But there it is. X-Men Forever after the Immortal X-Men, and we're good. Okay, so that does my Kieran Gillen stuff. I can take a breather. Get an extra copy of 11. Don't tempt me with a good time, buddy. Yeah. Something to consider, though. Something to consider. Now I got to go. I think I'm going to put all of Emma's stuff in this box, which means I got to clear out the X-Force and all that other stuff. So let me go through here. X-Force. You busted. Big pile of X-Force can go over here. Now let's see what else is in this box. It's a lot of Sword, Way of X, Cable, doesn't need to be in here. Children of the Atom. All right, I'm taking all this out. Like that. Move it over here. Like that. And then I can start looking at all this Emma Frost stuff. Inferno. Here we go. I got a lot of Infernos, gang. Don't nobody tell nobody. All the Infernos. What is this one? I got to figure out what this variant is. Get my Sharpie ready. It looks like Zerdy again. Yep, Zerdy. All right. This is Uncanny 129. Oh, it's a what are those called? It's not a reprint, is it? It's called a facsimile, but with a variant cover. X-Men 129 facsimile. All right. That can stick with all my Emma Frosts. Stay together. Yep. I got the Sins of Sinister stuff and the Hellfire Gala. I'm going to worry about that in a little bit, I think. That stuff goes down here. That stuff goes down there. Okay, I don't need any of that. Okay. All right.
let's firstly sort my massive Inferno collection here. Issue 2. Issue 2. Issue 1. Issue 1. Issue 4. Issue 3. Another issue 1. Issue 3. Issue 4. Whoa. And issue 2. Okay, so let's see here. I think I got that fixed. Here we go. Decal, we all loved it. Art Germ, absolutely beautiful. Nakayama, give me more. Emma Frost, I don't know who the artist is on this one. It's not Zerdy, is it? No, I don't know who the artist is. Still really liked it. Joe Jusko, issue 2. Nakayama, issue 2. Nakayama, issue 3. Another one of the connecting Decal, issue 3. Decal, issue 4. And Nakayama, issue 4, which means if I check Inferno, I'm missing the Magneto cover. I'll have to buy that one right now. Inferno. Yep, I am missing it. I should have 10 here. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, off to eBay. Here we go. eBay, here we go. All right, I'm looking for Inferno. I think it's issue 2, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, Inferno, issue 2. Somewhere I've got to have the Magneto cover. Maybe I just do Inferno Decal. Oop, that's how you spell Decal. $30. Oh, it's signed. I'm like, $30. Get out of here. Sort price. Sorry. Lowest price first. Learning lessons. There's nice. Near mint. $2. Sold. Done. So I'm going to complete those runs. What are you doing, Cat? You're back again? Is nobody awake? Nobody's playing with you? You just want attention, don't you? The cat wants attention. All right, so there's my Inferno books. I'm going to add those with some of those fun Emma covers that I have duplicates of. And I'm going to make a little Emma section at the end of the X-Men Forever. So that's there. These can go. Now I got to decide what else fits in this box. What does the end of this box look like? That is the tricky part. That is the tricky part. Hello. I got my coffees. I'm doing all right. At least the cat's waking some people up. I mean, I'm awake. All right, let's get back into here. Maybe what I want to do is some of those event comics. I had some one-shots and some stuff. Oh. So maybe that's what's next. Maybe that's what I'm doing next. So these can go with the Storm box. That Storm guy's got that Storm box. I'm going to worry about X-Men later. That's going to go in the Storm box. What did we decide? That's an X-Men issue. X-Men issue. X-Men. This is going to go in that Storm box because it's signed by that Storm lady. X-Men 1. X-Factor 2. I'm going to put that in the Storm box. And this is that Storm box. Okay. So I got some one-shots over here. That's a one-shot. Sins of Sinister Dominion. There we go. So there are some like event books that I'm going to maybe put over here. Okay, these are X-Men issues and Legion of X issues. you do that little mini series. Any of those like minis, I'm feeling like this is like a mini series pile. So I could do like X-Men and the Fantastic Four. I might just do some of those in here. Yeah, I don't need to move any of those. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, good. I don't want to move any of those. All right. Wolverine. Whoa. Here we go. Okay. Get an extra 11. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Okay. Avengers versus X-Men, Death of the Mutants. I'm going to put all of those as a mini series. Judgment Day. So I'm going to set those aside. Yes. Perfect. Okay. But now I've got to make sure. Okay. I think there's only one of these. Death of the Mutants. There was 1 and 2. This is issue 1, and this is issue 2. Yes. There you go. And this is issue 3. Perfect. Judgment Day Omega. Then Judgment Day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Okay. So that's the whole Judgment Day thing. That's the whole X-Men and Fantastic Four thing. This is the Eve of Judgment and the Judgment Day free comic book day. So all that stuff can go in here. What is this? Sinners of Sinister. X-Men Origins. Okay. The Wedding. Okay. So I'm going to put all of those. Let me think about those. Hellfire Gala can go in there. I gotta think about that. Sins of Sinister. I don't know that I saw those yet. Let me go through here. Night Crawlers. I'm gonna put it over here. It's an X-Men, X Factor, Dazzler, X-Men. Okay, X-Men. In the end, I think the X-Men will get their own box or something here. I'll do all of those together, I think, at some point. Okay. Wolverine. Next there. Oh, Sins of Sinister. Another one of those. I'm working on it, gang. I'm working on it. Sorry. Do I know the variants of what these are for? I don't think so. I gotta label these. This is an Excalibur issue. I gotta figure out which one. Which Excalibur? Gosh, I'm almost 2 hours deep here, gang. Might need to take a break at some point. But I still got 7 of you hanging with me. I appreciate it. All right, Excalibur 1. Okay. I probably could have guessed, but I didn't want to risk being wrong. Excalibur 1. All right. And this one, I don't know what this Jubilee cover is. Jubilee. Uncanny number 1. Okay. All right. Labeled those. Put them in the pile here. Sins of Sinister can join this one over here. Realm of X. I don't need that. Sins of Sinister 1. A variant. All right. That over there. X-Men 1 variant. All right. Figure out what this one is. X-Men 14. Okay. X-Men. 19. 20. Okay. This is all the X-Men stuff over here. That's easy to manage. Children of the Vault. I think I had a set of Children of the Vault in here too. Children of the Atom, sorry. Sorry, that's what I got over here. Vault, Children of the Atom. Okay, Uncanny Spider-Man. Up here, Dark X-Men. What is this? X-Men 25. Ooh, Trial of Magneto. Maybe I do that one. Okay, Excalibur. Then Legion of X. I'm pulling those out. All right, a couple of other events. Try not to spill anything here. Sons of X. X-Men Hellions, X-Men Hellions, X-Men Hellions. Okay, good. All right. I think I got this here. I think I'm getting there, gang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where's 7? Where did 7 go? That's disappointing. Good thing I got CLZ. I can check this out. All right. CLZ, what did I forget on my Legion of X? Legion of X. 10 copies. I do up. Yay. It's over here. It's over here. Where did you go, buddy? Don't hide. You were over there just a second ago. Where did you go, my friend? Where did it go? He was just here just a second ago. Because I buried him. That's where my Banshee went. That's what it went. Must be like 25 years. What does that mean? That I've been doing this? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then the one right after. Okay, perfect. So there's my Legion of X. And here's my Uncanny Spider-Man. 1, 2, 3. Where did 4 go? Oh, I ordered that one. That was the one I ordered. Yep. My Night Crawlers goes right here in front of that. The Origins and the Wedding. So I'm going to have all this go together with my Way of X, which I thought I saw over here not too long ago. Where did Way of X end up? Factored in Mutants, Hellions, Wolverine, X-Men, more Excalibur, Hellions. Where did you go, my Way of X? Didn't I pull it out? This is all Wolverine, X-Men stuff. I did pull it out. Here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. All right. Boom. So now, this is all the Cy Spurrier stuff, which I've got to make a home for it because he deserves his own space. But I've got okay, and then Trial of Magneto. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those can go in there. And then the Sins of Sinister. I got to look that up. Make sure I've got every piece of that story. Sins. Nope, not Sons. Sins of Sinister is these 3 issues. Okay. Dominion and then issue 1. Perfect. Okay. So I've got all that stuff, all these events now in one box. I might be able to include size. Yes. Perfect. I'm going to grab another divider from wherever I had them. I know I had more dividers. I'm a very divisive guy. Here it is. Okay, perfect. Now that box is perfect. It's got events. It's got Cy Spurrier's run. It's got Kieran Gillen's run. It's got the House and Powers beginnings. That box is fantastic. Woo! I love it. Okay, that feels good because it's in the Immortal X-Men box as well, which is making me feel even better. That leaves these 2 boxes and all kinds of goodies to put in there. But it's been 2 hours and my hair still hasn't figured itself out. And my coffee is still going. So here's the deal. In 2 hours of sorting, I have not accomplished all the goals, if you were here at the beginning like JP, that I set out for myself. Did I find Gambit covers? Did I find Nightcrawler covers? Did I find I found some Magic covers. I can feel good about that. I've organized all the Storm covers. So when it's time to take my Storm pictures, they're all in here. I led a revolution to make Terry Vaughn rethink the inclusion of Cassandra Nova over Nightcrawler, because that's a crime. So I can feel good about that. And I have organized 2 of my decorative short boxes to be what I want them to be. And now I've got room in the other boxes to filter in the stuff that I want. So I made progress. But I did not do everything I set out to do. I got to keep going. Gambit is more of a team player when it comes to covers. You're not wrong. But I still want to go through and pull out a few. I had pulled one aside, and by now it's been sorted and shuffled so many times it's probably back in a box somewhere. I do have a pile of covers, so I do have some Rogue covers I want to snap photos of. I do have the Ilyana covers I want to do, and I have some Storm covers that I need to find homes for. So I get to do that. Giant size X-Men Storm, Planet size X-Men. I got to find homes for those. I think all of these are going to end up in my Storm box in the end, I think. So it was some quality amidst the atrocity. So what else is coming up? I'll storm your cover. Sicko, what are you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Oh. Yeah, Lopez, coming on the 2-hour and 3-minute mark here. I'm still going strong, but I'm wrapping things up. I went to go do some burpees real quick. Good for you. I have been getting a lot of physical activity the last week, so I've been a little lazy this morning, but I should probably be doing something. I almost did this show in the garage just so I can move around more easily, but I decided I was already subjecting you all to 2 hours of chaos that I felt like you should at least have some comics and some things in the background to look at. Coming up for me, I think next week is like almost nothing. I know. I don't think I have a single live stream next week. That's kind of crazy. I don't think I have a single thing. So I'm supposed to be reading a ton. I'm supposed to be finishing. It's not Onyx Storm, Iron Flame. Is that what it is? I'm about 120 pages into that one. I'm supposed to be reading. What's on the 28th, Tony? Oh, you've got your live stream too. That's your stream, but I'm not supposed to be there. I'm gonna call a Discord favor and ask to hang out and show our Hey, that sounds like a good time. I'm gonna be in here for a while, Lopez, so I might be able to just flip it on the phone, join the Discord, and do it there. I would happily do a review if he's got a book he wants to review. Which means we should pick an Omni. So we should, JP. I need to pick an Omni for you to be reading with you. I need to read a couple of the actual novel, prose novel books. I got to read another Black Panther short edition. So I got to do all that stuff. So I'm reading a ton over the next week, but currently no live stream plans. So I might join other people's shows if I don't come up with anything before Tuesday or Wednesday. But next week's a light week for me. I might be scaling back because it's the first week without an Omni X-Men on Tuesday. So Tuesday night's free. I just did a show with Lasso this Wednesday, so that means next Wednesday's off. So for the foreseeable future, it's a pretty light schedule for me overall.
I'm working on some movie streams, but I haven't scheduled anything. So if there's something you got coming up, you need you need a bit of disorganized chaos to join you on that show, hit me up. Easy peasy. I want to thank channel members, but nobody's watching except you guys right now. But who cares? Let's throw some names up here. Let's throw some people into the chaos. Of course, we've got the Comic Book Coalition here with Rob, Ariel, Sarah, and Daymare's Adam. Appreciate the three of them big time for being the crew that holds this glue together. I got my X-Men squad members. So this crew is massive. Look at them. Old Wolf and JP in the chat right now. Impressed. I got something sending his way. JG Comics. I have a mystery box win for you, but I cannot find you on Instagram, my guy. So if you're watching this on the replay, hit me up, my guy. I want to make sure you get the winnings that you deserve because, you're a champ. And then my New Mutant squad, I know Perry and TK are in here. They're in this crew. Drew Man Chew just joined up, baby. So I covered the Chew part with my logo, but there's Drew Man. Huge thank you to my New Mutants. And I got a monthly giveaway coming up in like another week, a week and a half. Do my monthly giveaway drawing for my channel members. So that's coming up. But I'm going to be bouncing around today, probably mostly in YouTube and on apparently I'm hanging out with Lopez over on the Discord. I'm assuming you mean Circumstances Discord, or which Discord are we at? We're not in Perry's Discord, right? We don't want to be in Perry's Discord. But I'll find you wherever you're at. You let me know which one you're in. And because I got to go through Uncanny and pull out some Gambit covers and some Nightcrawler covers, some of the older covers for those guys, right? And that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be hanging around here, finishing off this organization so that I can then begin to ship out some of these prize winnings. JP, I got a box here for you with the omnibus in it, and I got to add to it. I got to fill that sucker out. Order 47 is nobody hangs out in that chat. Every time I look to see where you guys are all hanging out, it's never here. It's never there. It's just shenanigans. I don't see people there ever. It's like Jigs' Discord is now like crickets for me. I go in there and there's like nobody in there. So it's almost always over. It's you guys are like locusts. You feed on one area, and then when it's running out of food, you go somewhere else, right? So it used to be Jigs, then it was Perry, now it's Circumstances. That's where you guys hang out. So I just follow the locusts and find you guys wherever you go. But you got to join apparently you got to join all the Discords to find you guys. Dang. Locusts drive me crazy. It's hidden. You got to take something that's already like barely working and annoying as hell, and then you got to hide it from people. What the heck is wrong with you guys? We switch it like every day. You guys are killing me. I think yesterday we were in the 9. Oh, you're freaking Chad's got a Discord now. I got to join his Discord. Jeez, you guys are killing me with stuff. But yeah, I got my normal videos probably dropping next week. I'm not taking a full week off, just the live stream side. But yeah, that's what we're up to. Hope everybody enjoyed the shenanigans today and had a little fun, some good laughs as we looked at how John keeps things disorganized around here. Much appreciated, you guys. If you're watching this on the replay because you're at HeroesCon, I hope it's going really well. I wish I could be there. I'm going to try to make it to a con in the East Coast in 2026 if the budget can work for it. This year, the travel budget is on sadly, is for other events. So I couldn't get to a con back east, but I will be at San Diego Comic-Con in about a month. So if you're in San Diego area, or if you're going to the San Diego Comic-Con, hit me up, let me know, and we'll definitely meet up there for some shenanigans as well. But thanks everybody for hanging, and I'll see you in the Discord apparently.